This video right here is gonna be like one of the hardest videos I've done. I mean, really, like a lot of stuff that I write and a lot of stuff that I do, it has to do with like other people, and I try not to like put too much of my life on Facebook with anybody. But like I'm gonna do this because I really want first. I want I want to share my mom with everybody, and really I want to do it because we have so many people. Like I try to tell people when my mom passed that like I was telling people, like, call your mom, tell your mama you love her, reach out and spend time with your mama. And a lot of people didn't get it because I was seeing statuses like my mama tripping, and I talked to some people on the phone, and my mom ain't got nothing to tell me, and like y'all don't want to be in this position. Like I never had nobody that lost a mom actually tell me how it felt, because so many times we try to not go around those people and we distance ourselves because we really don't know what to say. And I understand a lot of people want to say about, you have my condolences and I don't know how you feel, but all of that person really needs is somebody just to be a friend. You don't have to say anything just in case they need a hug. Like that's on their time. um, I was telling people, like I was going off on people saying, about don't give me no scriptures, and I hadn't been praying, and I had to do stuff on my own pace. And I felt like when people was coming to me with scriptures, I felt like you're doing what you feel is right. You're doing it from your heart, but it's not from your heart. I just wanted somebody to just say, I'm here. And, but back to what I was saying, is like so many people, y'all take it for granted that about your moms, and I wish, like right now, I wish I could call my mama. I wish I could tell her something, like anything, like even if we weren't speaking, to know that she was there where I could go over there and talk to her, like this is final. This is until I meet her again. And most of y'all don't get that. Y'all don't spend time with y'all mom. I see people run the clubs. The time you see your mom is when she babysitting. You're tripping on her because she don't want to watch your kids. Or, fellas, y'all want to take all these females out. Y'all want to bring them out to eat. When was the last time you went and picked up your mom and took your mom on a date? Like something that's different. We don't date our moms. And really, if we sat down and took the time to date our moms, we would see the type of women that we really want in our lives. Now, I'm gonna get into this what I read at the funeral because I want to share it with people, and I also want to thank all these people that came. Like over 70 something people from my Facebook page came to my mama funeral, and it was like standing room only, and I saw some of y'all didn't get a chance to speak to because they didn't want nobody, touching us or coming around us and holding up the line, and I apologize for that. But those of y'all that flew in, I mean, people came from as far as Washington, D.C. and North Carolina, like those of y'all that flew in and drove in from Houston and Mississippi and Tennessee, man, I appreciate that. Like, y'all met me on Facebook, and because y'all saw my mommy and me, y'all came to pay y'all respects, and I have nothing but love for y'all. That's why people that I talked to, that I was cool with, and I didn't see you there, it's like, I'm cool with you, but it's past. I don't have anything to tell you, and it's not no hard feelings. It's just that at that time you know who's in your corner and who's in your corner for the right reasons. And fellas, this has a lot also to do with how we treat women. Because when my mom passed, I started looking at all the men that may have been in her life, and throughout my life, I've only known my mama to really deal with three people, and it was my dad. And then when I was like 3, she met my stepdad, and then she met this other guy, and he passed. And I looked at the relationships that she had with being cool with people, and it made me look at guys like, I wish somebody would hurt my daughters for their children to see something, and we have to learn how to start putting a woman in that place of our mom. We lost that. We lost that. We need to look for our mother inside of a woman. And if we're looking for that, how could we hurt that woman in the process? But that's like something else. But at the same time, like, I just want to share this with y'all because I appreciate everybody that came, everybody that took their time to be there. Like, that meant a lot to me. That meant a lot. And matter of fact, I wanted to show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Let me go get this up. I don't want to hold y'all up too long, but I want to share this with y'all. Me and my brothers and sisters, we went all the way out for our mom. Our Mom program was an actual magazine. This is it. It's pages, that I had put together. My boy Angelo, who owns and is a publisher at 110 Magazine, they printed this for us and sent it to us. And we put everything together, and we wanted to go all the way out for my mom. And in the sense of that also, I did so many different things. Even when people put, like, I want y'all to see this. You see how people, they put the day a person was born, and then they'll have the date that a person passed. I left a blank space, and under that I put, there is no date because you'll live forever in our lives. And I feel like that. Like, my mom didn't pass. My mom just went on to watch over us at a better distance. Now she really can cover us. And on top of that, I also designed this, and my boy Terroll, he went out, had it done, and had it shipped to us. I had this done. And this came with all the programs, and it was my mom's favorite prayer, the St. Jude Novena on the back. And what I did was, it's all our initials are James, Cornell, Alicia, Willie, Dion, and Brian. So it's JCAWDB. And I put it into a sentence that says, Jesus Christ always will deliver blessings. And that's all my family in one sentence from my mom. And so I said that to say, it should never take for you to go all the way out for your mom when she passed. Go all the way in for her while she's living. And just don't get in this situation where you just missing her hard. Because it's going to be done, but you want to be able to smile at the things that you did that you didn't forget. So I'm going to read this to y'all. Our mom came here with wings, so I knew that her journey to heaven was a return trip. She was born angel, whereas most of us have to earn the way. Some of you come as friends of her kids, but strangers to who she was. But if you didn't know Barbara Ann Jackson, you're going to learn today. One person can say it, two people can say it, but when several thousand tell you that your mom was a great lady, you know that they're not lying to you. I'll share the tip because this is my mom. I'll cry because I can't soothe my siblings, but this world has lost an angel, so I'm also crying for you. My mom would show her strength during her weaknesses. She would come from dialysis, and if you were there, she would make sure you had something to eat. She was that house you can go to when you had no home to come from. She could have one bed, but she would still make sure you had somewhere to sleep. She would give you her last if it would put you first. She gave you that sense of just being loved. If you wanted to be her child, you were that. People could walk up and say, hey, Miss Barbara. She would talk to them for about an hour, and when they walk off, she would look at us and say, who was that? I got into it with my ex, and you know how we do. I'm going by my mama. That woman would not open the door. She said, you're not coming in here. You better go home. Not because she didn't love me, but because she loved me. That was saying, do not run from your problems. If I listen right now, she's saying, this is not the end. You better go on. She was a mother, a grandmother, wife, sister, aunt, cousin, bishop, friend, source of support, and child of faith. My mom did her job, and God can't deny her. For her, there are no adjectives. I can give you the description of a flower, but this rose called Barbara, I can't describe her. She enjoyed life like Dee Dee, had your back like James, compassionate like Brian, had faith like User, all about family like Peaches. I tried to be a leader just like her. They say I have her eyes, but I can look at my family and say we are her whole. Mom, you designed these pieces. You took two princesses and gave them into a world and made them a set of queens. You took a bunch of boys and turned us into a group of men. You would carry the world on your shoulders with your children on your hips. I knew who my mama was. That's why I'll be a leader no matter who group I'm in. When you see me doing what I'm doing, you'll see just what she did. She took a little boy from New Orleans and gave him to the world. Mom, I'll miss you so much. They say that God won't give you anything you can handle. Well, he must think that we're really strong because this is too much. We would have sat in that hospital for months if we had to, but that would have been selfish. So, Mom, we had to let you go. You have been through enough. That was the hardest decision we ever had to make. Did we do the right thing? All this week as your children, we have wondered, did we do enough? Did we say we love you enough, not because it was your birthday, not because it was Mother's Day? Did we say I love you just because? You see, that will make you feel guilty. It'll have you think one day you didn't go to see him. That one call you didn't make, it doesn't understand the pain that it caused. I'm telling you about my mom, but let me tell you about your mom. If you can call her, don't. Go spend time with her. She's once in a lifetime. I have to drill that in. When you get here, it's too late to give her flowers when you give her flowers. Because if you wait to get to this point where we're at, you'll feel it then. Have you ever prayed and prayed and prayed and it seems as if God just never heard you cry? Have you woke up in the middle of the night wishing the middle of the night was only a nightmare? I know she deserved to go to heaven, but she didn't deserve to die. Mom, we knew you were an angel. Maybe we saw the movement of your feathers. Maybe we saw you spread your wings. Maybe we just dreaded the flight. But don't you ever think that you were a burden. Don't you ever think that we didn't love you. Maybe this world was a little too much for you and maybe you hated to fight. Maybe you loved us too much that you had to leave us for us to come together. Unselfish love. And if it won't be until death do us part, is until we greet again. You did a good job. So I thank you for being our mom that turned into our guardian angel. So please come check on us from time to time until we see you again. Now, I didn't say it for people to cry. I said it for you to understand, I'm doing this video because if you got a chance, please, please, please spend time with your mom. If you got a chance, fellas, give more respect to the mother of your kids and that woman that may have kids. Because when it gets to this point, you don't know who looking at you to know how you treated that person. And so I just want to leave y'all with that. And I want to thank Melanie, because you came, you sung, and I appreciate you. I appreciate Kevin Veal, Mel's dad. He came, he played the organ. And I appreciate Jimese. She came, she served. DSS, Latoya, and them. Lord, I love you girls. All I asked them for was food. They came, brought food, and they stayed and served at the repast like it wasn't nothing. That's humble. And I love y'all for that. And everybody that flew in, I just want to thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. And that's from my heart.